Support for today's show comes from Top Resumes. Top Resumes is a site that will redo your resume, they'll redo your LinkedIn profile, get you great results, and they'll do it at a very fair price. Use the link in the show notes. They will treat you very well. And we'll be back in just one moment. Episode 2227 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome to Thursday. Thursday's one of my favorite days, I gotta tell you. I generally find Thursdays have been really productive for me for years, and I hope you find it that way too. Today's show is one where I talk about finding meaningful work. I'll let you define what that is for yourself, but this is a show about how to find it. Hope you find it helpful. Hope you give it an honest review wherever you listen to it. And I'm just going to remind you, we're also on Amazon Music. So if you want to listen to us at the gym or wherever, on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, there's a whole bunch of places that this show is available on. Listen there. And we'll be back in just one moment. Support for today's show comes from CareerFitter. CareerFitter will help you evaluate other career possibilities for yourself. Order the premium version using the link below. Take 10 minutes, answer 60 questions, I believe it is, and they'll give you some ideas that will get you thinking. And that's really what you want to be doing, having outside input help you think about ideas. So again, use the link in the show notes, order the premium version. Now, if you're out aggressively looking for a position, it's unlikely that you're going to find, quote, the meaningful work right away. You're probably still sorting out what you want to be doing. And that's really what I want to address here. So the process of sorting it out. Now, to me, when you begin this process, you're going to engage in something that's going to take not 1 week, not 1 day, not 1 month. It may take a much longer period of time to figure it out. And it's really something that requires you to have some introspection. It's not something that's it's unlikely it's going to be something that instantly pops into your mind and is correct. And not only is, the notion of meaningful work hard to figure out, but you also have to figure out what excites you in that meaningful work and whether society at large will pay enough money for you to engage in it. So, for example, and I'm just going to use this as an ordinary sample. You could say to yourself, I'm here making sandwiches, and I want to do meaningful work that pays me $100,000 a year. And that's great. But if you choose in your next career to pump gas because you think that's more meaningful than making sandwiches, it's unlikely that you're going to be earning $100,000 a year. Does that kind of makes sense? So the goal is to figure out where you have your passion, what has meaning to you, and how that intersects with what society needs and will pay you adequately for. Now, I always hate to bring money into it, and you can become a monk, and that would be wonderful. You can go into a retreat, you can spend time meditating, doing yoga, however your practice is that would be meaningful to you, and that's wonderful. And if that isn't your thing, if you want to be working in the world at large, you're going to have to find that intersection between purpose, passion, and world's need, as my friend Reverend Dr. Brian Ammon says, where all three of those intersect. And that's going to take you some time. Don't rush into this process. Take time to sort it out. You might just start off by, what got you excited when you were young?
where was the thing that started to get you thinking in this way? What touched you inside at a very deep level that made you start to notice that this was something that had importance to you? Now, for some individuals, this video is completely irrelevant. They are happy doing the kind of work that they're doing. Again, that's wonderful. No harm, no foul. My goal here is to ensure that those of you who have a desire for more meaningful work have a model for doing it. So again, start off by committing yourself 3 months, for 3 months period of time. Start jotting down and journaling with yourself about the things that you like and what you currently do. And and start thinking about what touched you when you were young, that made you interested in, quote, meaningful work. And in doing that, you're going to surface up some feelings and emotions and thoughts. And I want you to explore those and talk with others about them. And don't rush into it. As you start to get ideas of what that work might be, start talking to people who are engaged in that work. You can find them on LinkedIn. You can Google them. There's a lot of different ways that you can connect with them. And if they're not in your city, there's this thing called the telephone and Skype. Call someone up and ask them for advice. Clergy are wonderful examples of people that you could reach out to who can touch you in ways and connect with you in ways that, as a recruiter, it's unusual to be able to do. I think I'm skilled at it and could be of help. But at the end of the day, you have to find that intersection with your passion, your goal for purpose, and what the world needs in order to move forward. And again, that's going to take some time. I'm Jeff Altman.
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few things I can do to help you with your job search beyond simply being your coach. First of all, I've got a new book out called The Right Answers to Tough Interview Questions. It is like a cookbook with answers to tons of interview questions that you're going to be asked on interviews. And if you pair it up with my other new book, The Ultimate Job Interview Framework, they are a terrific pair of books to help you with interviewing. In addition, I have a new service where you can practice mock interviews. If you go to thebiggamehunter.us/mock, I've got a service there, very inexpensive, like $99, where we have mock interviews set up. I'm going to be adding more to it very soon, but you can record your answers to them, and then I can critique them and help you perform better on them. You probably have noticed my show notes are pretty thorough with products and services that can help you with your search. And connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/in/thebiggamehunter. Lastly, my website has a ton of great information. That's thebiggamehunter.us. Now, if you're not ready to go there and go through the blog, put the address in your phone, thebiggamehunter.us, Jeff Altman. So this way, when you're ready to go, you have a way of getting back to my website. Hope you have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great!